Hey everybody, happy Thursday. This is the Daily Ground. Today is day 13 of 14. So I hope you will join me to get your daily dose of grounding and get back into your heart. That's the place that we need to be operating from in order to be in our highest vibration. So I am Jen Blumenthal. I'm the founder of Intuition School, where I teach women how to use their intuition and their creativity to develop their spiritual gifts so that they can heal themselves and help others. Hey, Marianne. My friend, Marianne. Marianne is one of the most awesome human beings on the planet. I love her. So, welcome to the Daily Ground, where we are just spending a few minutes together to get grounded and get centered and come back home to ourselves. So, what I'm noticing, and I started this because of course, the whole coronavirus thing, excuse me, and the fear that was rising in the world. And it's very difficult to maneuver and navigate through an unknown situation. Hey, Taryn, when we're in fear. So, my goal with this was to do some daily grounding to help you come back into your body, get reconnected with your inner wisdom, and your intuition, so that you're being guided from a grounded place within you and not letting what's happening in the world throw you off balance so much that you collapse. That's what we want to avoid, okay? And so, grounding will help you do that. Grounding and sending your roots deep into the earth, sending your roots deep into the cosmos, into the heavens, that will help you navigate whatever it is that you need to navigate. What I'm noticing in the news these days is more stories from the hospital workers and how the healthcare workers are stressed out and overwhelmed. And so I wanted to just take a moment to send them some love and some gratitude. And if we can just send, a healing vibration out to them. So if you will, just close your eyes with me just for a moment. Send them some love. Thank you. And we will continue to send that signal to them as we are going through this today. But that's another part of being grounded, is that you can help to hold the space. Hey, Carol. You can help to hold the space when it becomes difficult, when you are grounded and rooted and centered and home within yourself, and you have access to your resources. You become part of the container with energetic integrity that holds the energy and the space for those who are, maybe in the midst of the drama. There's a lot of drama, and it's not made up. It's real, actual things that people are going through. So practice being in your energetic integrity so that you can be one of the space holders. If you're not in the middle of things, okay, that's important. We need the space holders. Okay, I want to pull a card today. Thank you for being a space holder with me. And my question today is, how do we grow from this experience? So the whole experience, the pandemic that is global, the shutting down of different parts of the world, the dealing with the stress, the innovation that's happening, the way people are stepping up, like the whole experience. How do we grow from this experience? Okay, there's one card left here. Interesting. Attraction. This is number 44. So the number 4 is the number of grounding, being grounded. It's a square, so it's a solid foundation. And then that's doubled. So we have to really buckle down and create a new foundation underneath us. So everything that we knew about how the world operated, it's time to put that on its head. I know the glare sometimes. Put it on its head, though, and look at it differently and say, how can we do things differently? How can we do life differently? and reevaluate how you are being in your life and how you are showing up in the world, and asking yourself, what do you want? Like, this is a time of planetary reset. There are big spiritual lessons that are going on for us here. And it's a time of planetary reset. So do your part, because you have this opportunity. Since we have been, all forced to stop and pivot, you have the opportunity to change the way you do life. And so start with a solid foundation. What makes you at your best? What makes you feel the most solid within yourself? So these are all things that are within yourself, not that you're getting from the outside world. And what is it that you want, and how do you create that with a clear, clean energy signal? That's the attraction piece, is that you start with the foundation. The foundation becomes the magnetic energy that then attracts what you want. So start by, what do I want? How do I want to be in this world? Create the foundation that then attracts that to you. Okay? And then also, 44 is an 8 energy. 4 plus 4 is 8. Yep, perfect for the new moon as well, yes. 8 energy is the energy of strength. So it takes some strength and perseverance and resilience to go through something that is big and dramatic. And also, the 8 is the infinity symbol. It's the symbol of the divine. So calling in the divine, partnering with the divine, and whatever you consider to be your higher power, have a clear signal there so that you can get communication for yourself. So you're tapping into the divine wisdom, your inner wisdom, and that's what's leading you. So that's important. Good card for that today. Okay, so let's go into our grounding. And we're grounding so that we can be connected to our inner wisdom, our bodies, our inner power. And we're doing this because being in alignment, being in energetic integrity is good for the immune system, mental health, and sense of well-being. And we need those things to be strong right now. Okay, so we always, thank you, Marianne. We always start here with cutting our cords. No different today. So cutting your cords is a good thing to do 100, 200, 500, 1,000 times a day. It takes 2 seconds. Does not hurt anyone or anything, including yourself or anybody else. And it just allows you to get a little reset. Lets you step back for the moment and give yourself a reset. I have a funny story. My mom was going through something really stressful a little over a year ago. Very stressful. And she kept looping in this talk about, kind of blame and just a lot of negative things. And I kept saying to her, Mom, cut your cords. Cut your cords from that right now. And she would stop and she would cut her cords and she would say, I can feel that. I was like, I know you can feel that. You need to do it constantly. Do this. And my sister was in the room, and so my mom kept on. She would talk, and I'd be like, cut your cords from that right now. And she'd cut her cords, take a breath. She'd start talking again and looping back in that negative thing. I'd be like, cut your cords. And she finally was like, oh. And my sister looked at me and said, you're kind of fruity sometimes. Because I'm just telling my mom to cut her cords. But my mom could feel it, and eventually she did it enough that it helped her to kind of come out of that pattern. So I don't care how ridiculous it sounds or feels or, looks to other people. Do what you need to do. Be in your authentic power and do what makes you feel powerful and good and have a high vibration. Doesn't, okay? Even your family, especially your family. Okay, so cutting your cords, we're going to do it this way today. So you can just cut. Cut all your cords around you, front and back, over your head. Just cut them all. Cut. And then take your cords that you've cut, gather them all up, throw them in the hole next to you. Imagine a 50-foot hole. Brush them off. Close up the hole. Marian says, I embrace my ridiculousness. Go, girl. In our house, we have a saying, let your freak flag fly. Wave it. My husband will be like, wave it, honey, wave it. So I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Okay, so cutting your cords. And let's smooth down the aura. So once you cut your cords, they kind of all snap back. And let's just smooth them down. Smooth your aura down. It's like if you have your feathers ruffled, just smoothing down your feathers.